Okay, good morning, students. Whether you had a nice breakfast? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Good. That's what you should have some energy. Okay. Today is Monday, so you should be energetic. Mm. I hope you are all energetic. Okay. Mm. So don't worry. Today we are having only theory class. So all the practicals we have completed. Same thing is reflected, but some other maybe SAS, Python, some other programming languages, how they are doing, that is the theory. So more or less what we have studied already will be repeated in theory. So don't worry about that one. Be attentive so that we will have some cases or some questions you have to answer. Okay. So you need not have any laptop. You can see in your mobile. That's all. So today's class is about, once again, we are going back to the fundamentals, what we have studied in first three exercises, that is variance analysis, then accounting ratios, probably the other method of identifying the bankruptcy, these things. So today we will discuss possibly the theory from the first unit, and tomorrow we'll go for the second unit, like that. Okay. So we'll plan theory in such a manner that today we'll complete the first. After that, possibly this week we will have the test on the practicals. So be ready for that one. Anytime the announcement will come, so that be ready for the test on the practicals, not any other thing. I think it is possible to do in online easy. So you'll have that one. So in during the test, you have to share your screen. So be ready for that one. Whenever I'm calling you, you have to share your screen. That's all. That is important thing. Okay. Okay. Let us move on to the today's topic. The today's topic is purely concerned with the SaaS application in finance. You have already studied the SaaS, so there is no need for explanation. Joseph sir clearly told that what are things you have studied in SAS. So here you need not go for deep in writing the coding. You can just mention the steps. If there are any questions from the theory part, you have to mention what are all the steps involved in that one. That's all. Indirectly, the algorithm, but I need not expect the full algorithm, just as a heading. What are the things you have to do in the SAS to calculate the variance? What are the things we can do in calculation of the auto regression correlation? That's all. So you can simply list down these steps because these are all for section A and B. For C and D only your practicals. Okay. So let us start with the today's news outbreak. And this year, beginning January, there's an interesting news about today's topic. There is market timing where the variance risk premium. I think some of you already gone through that one, the market timing versus the variance risk premium. Now this variance is calculated to find out the variance risk premium. This is a very interesting news. In the January 2021 only they mention about that one. Because every second, every 2 minutes, the market is changing. Now we are facing high volatility, what we have discussed on the other day. So during this type of volatility, what is the use of calculating the variance? That is the question mark. So here are the answers mentioned by that person. Usually they are calculating the variance with the aim of finding out the variance risk premium. That is, if there is more variance, they assume that there will be more premium. Usual thing in case of corporate finance also, you have studied when there is more risk, there will be more premium. Same thing. If any student asked, so this is more risk, whether you will get premium? Definitely. If the risk is increasing, anytime we may get premium, anytime we will lose for discount. So that is the purpose why the variance calculations are now moving towards. This is very interesting news. We already discussed when we are calculating the variance. So here is an example how they calculated in US for 18 years. That is from 2002 to 2020. They calculated the variance risk premium in US for 3 years, and they mentioned that it is approximately 3%. 3% means the US stock is having variance of over 3%, both within the stock as well as out the outer ring of the stock. That means if you are buying a particular share, it will have a minimum variance of 3%. And if you are buying the share from the same market, that also maximum variance is 3. Of course, in case of India, the variance we already calculated most of the cases, it is exceeding even 15% some cases. So indirectly, it also refers to the drift, what we have studied. Okay. So what the author is going to say about that one, the usage and calculation of variance risk premium is used for calculating different things, especially sales pitch, which is identified as the spread. Sales pitch means sales pitch of this particular share price. Say for example, our Praneeth is the manager. He is in the analytics section. Suddenly, Amar is asking to Praneeth, today I decided to buy the Wipro. And they mentioned that the price are suddenly increasing and it is quite good. But what will be the answer from Praneeth? He will agree. Okay, Mr. Amar, you are 101% correct. Where Wipro recently declared everything. The profitability is also good. And as an IT company, it is gaining more foreign exchange. But if you want to have an income level with a heavy fluctuation, then only Wipro is best, because the premium, variance risk premium of the Wipro is around 8%. Because once the announcement came about the profitability, there will be a jump effect in the stock market. That jump effect is indirectly quoted by the Praneeth, that we are facing the little jump in the Wipro because Wipro announced the marketability, that is the fundamentals, the dividend, their profitability recently. That is why there's a jump in the Wipro. It is usually a variance risk premium. So if you are able to predict when the Wipro will announce the result, and if there's a profitability of that one, at least one day prior to that one, if you might have purchased it, that might be a good idea. But now definitely within near future, since it is a jump effect, it will come down because it depends upon the variance risk premium. Usually the jump effects, Jump effects means when there is an event announcement, suddenly it will go up and within 2 days it will come down. That is the jump effect. That is why it is marked as a bell-shaped jump. So this is common in any market. As an analytics students, you have to study the jump effect also. Of course, in our syllabus, we are not having specific exercise for that one, but as an analytics students, you must know the jump effect. What is the purpose of jump effect? When we will calculate the jump effect only for the variance risk premium. If the jump is very big, the premium will be high. If the jump is very small, it is like a bump. Instead of jump, if it is a bump, then the variance risk premium will be less. Simple thing. Same thing today, how this variance they are going to calculate with the help of the SAS. We have already calculated with the help of the Excel nicely the variance testing. Here is a step-by-step process used in case of the SAS. How these people are calculating and testing the SAS. First process, of course, already these things are available in your LMS. You can also go through. Basic things should be defined first. In case of SAS coding, they used to first define what are all the things available, what are all the things you had to give as an input they are giving. That is, you can see the variable definitions, the NQ, which refers to the basic weekly price changes. Weekly price changes means what is the base price of the share on a particular day. Usually today, that is the Monday. Monday is considered as the base price of the week. Till Friday, they will see how far it is moving up and down. And they used to find out. That is why base price is the weekly price. They wish to calculate the weekly variances, not daily variances. A number of weekly multiples of price changes, how many times the prices are changing. It is quite common. Even in case of Excel, it is reflected, we calculated based upon the 1 month price. I hope you might have remember. That is every day changes price also you will calculate. But here, how many times the price is changing in a week? Maybe intraday as well as interday fluctuations. Then the auto correlation process. In Excel, we calculate the direct X variance. It will be coming under the common note. But here, the process, what they are selling, better going for the auto correlation. I think some of you are studying the econometrics. You might have studied in econometrics, the auto correlation. Usually using the E-views used to calculate the auto correlation. It is nothing but whether the variance happening in one price movement is same as the another share price movement. Wipro is increasing and decreasing. The same manner, whether Infosys is also increasing and decreasing means it is auto-correlated. And within the share price movements, there is an auto-correlation. Whether the correlation between the by 10 o'clock and by 11 o'clock and by 12 o'clock, by this time series, within that one, whether it is auto-correlated or some cases lag. Lag means the time difference. Whether the share price are auto-correlated. That is the quite common, but you need not worry about all those things. Here, this coding is based upon the how we are calculating the variance for the weekly price movements. That is why variance of weekly prices, bi-week changes, variance ratio. Then they used to calculate for the heteroscedasticity. That means autocorrelation. Usually it is used in econometric form for calculating the correlation coefficient and cointegrations. You can see the difference of what we calculated in Excel is first I have mentioned, then that is the calculation based upon the SAS. Excel, we can use the monthly returns. In practical, we calculated using the daily returns. So simple thing, you can get the sum of square difference. That will be the variance. But here, there are a number of processes involved. First one is reading the price data and creating log relative price changes. That is the first step in SAS. Of course, coding is given. You can, if you want, you can go through, but we are having only the theoretical part with that one. Only through Excel, we already calculated all those things. Okay. First is reading price data and creating log relative price changes. Even if you are using the R programming or even the new SAP and the program backend which are programming in BSc and NSC, especially what they are using for algorithmic trading, with the help of this machine level learning, these are all linked. It means that first stage in SAS or any even in case of machine level learning, first we have to make them to read the price data and create the log relative. It is nothing but input. In Excel, you are directly inputting with the help of the database or any table. Here, the input is based upon the reading the price data and creating log relative prices changes. Log relative price change means compared with the previous day and coming day, what will be the difference? In case of Excel, you have calculated based upon the yesterday opening price, sorry, yesterday closing price and today's opening price. What is the difference? Simple thing. Same thing. Here they used to mention as the creating log relative price changes. Then the second stage is the computing the average index return. That is the returns, weekly returns. In variance, they used to compare with the some sort of index. If you want to calculate the variations for the Wipro Infosys, we will use the IT index. If you want to calculate the variance for ICICI Bank or any other bank, we will use the Bank X. Same thing here, they are comparing with the average index return. That is the second stage. And in the third stage, squared deviation from the mean return. That is the variance formula. What will be the square of deviations from the mean returns? The variance formula is same thing. The squared deviation is the variance. Same thing. All are available in your LMS. If you want to use SAS separately, you can use. Otherwise, you can study only the process. Then, fourth one, computing the sums of square deviation from mean returns. Same thing, the formula used for variance calculation. In case of Excel, we use the template and the formula has been already there. What will be the variance? Okay. Then the variance ratio associated with the test statistics. Once the variance is calculated, they used to test whether it is working well. Same hypothesis testing, the help of the variance, whether the variance test is running correctly or not. That is the purpose. That is the fifth stage. And the output, you can see it will give the output like this. That is number of weekly returns. What is the variance among the weekly returns? Then variance ratio for 2 week returns we have compared with the previous year. Then heteroscedastic robustness statistics. It is nothing but the autocorrelation. It shows that 7.51. That means that the statistical value is much higher than the expected one. That means this variance stands good. That is the output, what it is produced in the SAS as per your book. So here you need not worry about the values, nothing. Since we already studied all those things, you must know what is the procedure for testing in SAS. The test will, like, once again, first stage you must know input the data, that is reading the price data, then calculation of average index, then square deviation, then the sum of square deviation, that is the variance. Once you calculated, you can calculate the variance ratio, and the output will be based upon the weekly returns. Same thing. So why we are calculating the variance? Based upon the variance, as we have already discussed in today's news, the variance premium, whether it will give the premium to us. If there are variations are more, is there any premium? That is the main aim. Let us see the another example. We used to call it as tick test. We have not performed in Excel. It is nothing. The tick value is the, what is the price of the share today at the particular time. According to that one, if there's a 1% increase, what will be the effect? If it goes into the higher level, when it comes down, because based upon the variance in the intraday fluctuation. The tick refers only to the share price quotes based upon the demand and supply. In case of SAS, we can have a provision to have the tick test, that is whether our share price are moving in the same direction of demand and supply. Anything. Today you can see and a shock news from today's morning TV when I gone through the TV channels that COVID medicine, they are selling in black market with a price of around 10,250 something, an injection remedies. See that one. Why it is moving towards the black market? Because of the huge demand, especially in case of Mumbai and Bangalore. Bangalore, 3 agents have been caught. The reason is simple. There is a huge demand. If the demand is more, there is need for supply. If the supply is restricted, definitely the price will move up. Once the supply is coming on direction, then only the demand will comes down. The price will comes down. Same thing. Today, the COVID medicines have been selling in black market, and government identified that one. And they are going to fix the price for the medicines. Same thing. In case of stock market also, if there's a demand, what will be its effect? Nobody is ready to sell the Wipro share. But our Amar is asking to Pranit, Pranit, I need minimum 200 Wipro share. Pranit also searching with number of brokers, but nobody is ready to sell. So what will it reflect? But Amar is torturing Pranit. I need Wipro shares. Demand is there. After Amar, Yasin is asking. Then Jojin is asking. So everybody is asking means the demand is increasing. If anybody is ready to sell the Wipro shares, Pranit can fix the high price. But the problem is non-availability of share. Nobody is ready to sell because they know Wipro prices are increasing. So not now, wait for 1 day, then after that they can take the share. So the tick price is moving up, but there is no original price. You must know that one. Tick price is the what Amar is saying to buy. Amar is saying, I am ready to buy the Wipro for 2000 rupees. Georgian may say, okay, I am ready to buy a share of Wipro for 2100. Yasin will also say, I am ready to buy for 2200 or 300. But it won't reflect in the market because there is no supply. Pranaj is not having Wipro shares to sell. Amar is ready to buy. The tick price quoted by Amar is 2000. And the tick price is moving from 2000 to 2300. But Pranit is not having the shares. When it will come to the share price, Pranit is also having share of Wipro shares. He is ready to sell and Amar is ready to buy. The deal ends with 2050 means it will reflect. The Wipro price today is 2050 rupees. But in our example now, Amar is ready to buy, Pranit is not ready to sell. So what is the problem? The tick price. Tick price is more means there's a huge demand. Simple thing. There's a demand in the market. Since there's a demand in the market, our Pranit is finding very difficult to sell because of shortage of supply. That is what tick test means. In tick test, we used to find out whether our demand and supply is matching and whether it is reflecting in the share price movement. Simple thing. That is the tick test. We can easily find out, share brokers will easily find out because they know the demand, but public may not know the demand. But in case of the trading portal, if you are using the trading portal, you can see the blue colors. Not this chart, in this chart it is not available. If the blue color lightings are coming, it means the demand is increasing. Only if a person is ready to sell, the green color will come. The blue effect. Same thing here. In this portal, in share price movements portal, buying and selling portal, you can see the candlestick chart is there. If the red bars are more, it means that there is a huge demand. Equivalent to the red bars, if the green bars are there, then the supply will be good. If there's a huge variation between the red bar and green bar, that means the, the tick price is more, whereas there is no supply. Simple thing, difference between the green bar and the red bar. That is the tick modeled prices. Of course, tick model is not the original price, be clear. So how in SAS they are testing that one? It is easy to test normally by the brokers, but from the outsiders, how they know whether our tick price is more or not. So in case of SAS, there is simple thing available already. If it is loaded, preloaded, then it will clearly shows the tick level. Okay. Here is an example. Combine the trades at the same price and time. How far the trades are there? Trade volume refers to the units of selling the share price. So based upon the trade volume, they used to find out the tick test. What will be the tick price? If the quantity of trade is more, that means that we are having good supply, but there is no quantity, no supply, but there is good demand. Simple thing. So what they are doing, the first they are sorting the stock, that is the share price, based upon the time and price. Then means is used to sum up the trade volumes for each individual trade. Then they will find out what we have to do. That is in the second stage. So first stage, what they will use, they will combine the trade at the same price and time. For you, you need simply study the headings. Then they will compare the tick test and adjust for the late trade reporting. Why there's a late trade reporting means they may not know the supply in the beginning. The supply will be known only if somebody asks for the share. In our example, Amar is asking for the Wipro share. Then only Pranit will start searching anybody is ready to sell Wipro share. If there is a no tick from Amar, Pranit won't do that one. That is quite common. So be clear. That is why in case of this testing, we used to have the first we will calculate the tick test, then we'll adjust for the late trade reporting time. Within the reporting time, anybody is having the ratio. Then we'll go for the frequency analysis for tick test. First time Amar is asking, then Georgine is asking, Yasin is asking. So it will list down. Then it will find out any sellers are there. If the sellers are there, it will find out whether it is matching. If Georgine is asking 200 shares, whether somebody is ready to sell 200 shares. If both are matching, then our tick price will be the actual price. If it is not matching, the tick price is not the actual price. Simple thing. Okay. So in this output, it will show like that. You can see the frequency count. They used to estimate with the help of vector autoregression mode. -1 tick, that is somebody is asking this not available. 0 means matching. Georgine is asking 200 shares. Pranit is having 200 shares. That means same price will follow. But the first case is -1. Georgine is asking for 200 shares. Pranit is not having any shares. That is the -1. -1 means in future the price will be more. +1 refers that Georgine is asking 200 shares, Pranit is having 300 shares to sell. So that is the estimation. Based upon that, that is how the probability will be identified. That is the frequency and percent. That is how they used to report the tick test. This is a very simple example of this tick test. Next modeling is the accounting model. Before that, let us have the summary of the tick test. So for you, it is only theory, so you need not worry about that one. You must know what is the meaning of tick test. Tick test is nothing but the offer. In our example, Amar is asking 200 Wipro shares, whether Pranit is ready to have 200 shares. If Pranit is not having, it is -1. Pranit is also having 200 shares. Amar is asking for 200 shares. It is 0 level. That is tick price will be the same one of the actual price. Amar is ready to buy for 2,000 rupees. So Pranit is also ready to sell for 2,000 rupees. So both tick price and the actual price will be same. Next circumstance, Amar is asking for 200 shares. Pranit is having more number, 300 shares. So in such case, Amar is demanding for 2,000, but Pranit will say, don't worry, you can buy for 1,800 rupees. So tick price will be high, whereas actual price will be less. That is how the tick test will be performed. So that is the meaning of the tick test, how these people are doing. First step is combining the trade at the same price and time. They used to compare. Second, they used to adjust for late trading. Late trading means it takes some more time. We can't say the tick test will work out immediately. When Amar is calling to Pranit, it takes at least half an hour time to find out. That is why we are using vector autoregression model. The output we can find out in whether it is -1, 0 or +1. Okay. That is the concept of tick test. Let us move on to the next method, accounting models. Yes, whether you are nicely sleeping or attending the class. Sam? What? No news.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sam. What is the meaning of tick test, Sam?
Sorry, sir. I didn't get you. What is the meaning of
Tick test. When we will use the tick test?
t-test?
Tick test. You can see this one. Tick test. What, Sam? You slept nicely. Huh? You went for dreaming. Hussein? Hussein is not answering. Hussein, are you there? Yes, what is the meaning of this tick test?
Yes, sir.
That means you are not listening. You are nicely dreaming. Morning itself, you started dreaming nicely. We have to appreciate you, morning dreams. But day dreams won't work well. Then anybody is there? Oh, yes, Chetan is there. Previously, we called his name. Chetan? What, Chetan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, what is the tick test? Simply tell what you are thinking. I never expect correct answer. Try yourself. Hmm. What, Chetan? Try to tell something about the tick price at least. What is the tick price? What? Then Jisman will tell. Jisman
Sir, it is measures on upward and downward, sir.
Yes, sir.
measures upward and downwards.
Movements in price of securities.
Whether the tick price and share price is same,
Sir, don't
don't
no
know.
idea.
No idea. You have to tell, I will see in Google and tell. You have to tell like that. There is nothing wrong in that one. Why you are
Okay, sir.
worried? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
This man will tell. This man, whether the tick price and the actual price is same,
No, sir.
why you are saying no? Pa? When it will be same?
Sir, tech testing is used to evaluate the risk.
Hmm. I am asking when the tick price is equivalent to the share price reported. Say for example, in case of BSC, Wipro price, whether the tick price of the Wipro is equivalent to the price mentioned by the BSC. When it will be equal?
Uh, don't know, sir.
You should not say don't know. You have to say I will Google it and find out.
Okay, sir. I will Google it.
Okay. And who is ready? Pranit? Pranit is there.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Tell me, Pranit, when the tick price as well as the original price will be same?
When the risk is minimum, like the variance is very less.
Variance is very less or something 68% correct.
Uh,
Okay, we will ask Subhashri finally. Subhashri, for that,
Yes, sir.
you can tell me the answer, ma.
So I guess when the demand is equal to the selling price,
Yes,
that
simple
time,
thing. Yes, you are absolutely correct. 100% correct. When the demand is equal to the actual one, then the tick price will be the same thing. That is why I told Amar is asking Wipro shares, 200 shares for 2000 rupees. Pranit is also ready to sell 200 shares because he is having only 200 shares. He is ready to sell for 2000. In such case, the tick price as well as the actual price will be same. Simple thing. Okay. We'll go to the next topic. That is accounting model. We have calculated number of accounting ratios in Excel for the decision making. Nicely, same thing. Here also in case of SAS, it is used for calculating some of the accounting ratios and to take the key decision. Okay, that is the accounting models, calculation of different accounting. So as usual, we have to input the data. Input of data here refers to the based upon the year. Here they are calculating the few ratios, market value. I think we have studied the dew point analysis in Excel, how we are calculating the dew point. Same thing, the return on investments we have studied in Excel. Same thing here in the form of dew point. But here they used to calculate market value of the equity and what is the present share price. That is valuation of shares, what you have studied in corporate finance. Okay. And they used to compare with the others. Say, for example, Wipro gross profit margin is 33%. Why they used to compare with the Interfirm, with the Infosys. That is simple thing. And they may compare with the previous year. That is what they used to do the correlations. And of course, the correlation is the only thing they use to compare the accounting ratios in SAS. It is not like that. But as per your syllabus, it is given like that correlation for calculating the accounting ratios. But we calculated the actual accounting ratios and we used for taking the return on investments in Excel. We moved 2 steps ahead of that one, but here they mention the correlation analysis. Okay, 5-year correlation. What will be the correlation of the return on investments for last 5 years? For that purpose, they use the vector autoregressive modeling. Vector autoregressive modeling means if they wish to calculate the correlation of the gross profit for last 20 years, they will compare first year versus second year versus third year versus fourth year. What is the relationship? That is how the vector autoregressive modeling will work. If it is having correlation and moving in same direction, it means that our organization ratio is moving in a right direction. Return on investment is moving in the right direction. That is the vector autoregressive modeling. Same thing, I think some of you have studied in econometrics. I think Sneha is studying econometrics. Whether she's there, I don't have an idea. Nitya is also studying. Nitya, you are there?
Yes, sir.
You are studying econometrics?
Yes, sir.
Whether you studied all those things? Vector autoregressive
Yes.
model?
Yes, sir. We studied in class.
Good. Okay, ma. So the simple thing that instead of comparing Wipro with Infosys, here we used to compare within the Wipro. What is the relationship between the first year price with the second year price, or return on investment in 2020 with 2021, then return on investment with 2019 with 2020, same movement. We used to estimate the autoregressive modeling. And if the autoregression is moving on in a positive manner, that means you can see here the lead time is 10. Of course, some cases in eView, see all these packages, vector autoregression modeling is for 16 time. You need not worry about that one. It simply shows what is the relationship or what is the trend of the share return on investments. That is the purpose of the vector autoregression model. It is used for the decision making, provided whether our returns are moving in the same direction. As an analytics students, you must know what is the purpose of the accounting models. In case of accounting model, if you are using the vector autoregressive models, if our regression is moving in the same direction, it means that our return on investment is moving exponentially. That is increasing. But if our return on investment is coming down, then the vector autoregression is going in a negative manner. So decision making, if it is plus, that means that the returns are moving in the plus, that is the positive direction. Otherwise, it is moving on in the minus direction. Here is another model, how we can predict the bankruptcy. There are different models used in finance for predicting the bankruptcy. Bankruptcy means insolvency. You are doing well. You can see during this COVID pandemic, most of the business have been closed. Even in case of restaurants, nearby our college, still I know in Bhairadi Cross, that Uttam Sagar, they closed. I think I came to know that through one of our students studying in our KJC or juniors, saying that because of the insolvency, that Uttam Sagar restaurant has been closed because of the insolvency. Their debts are huge. Why? What happened? Because of the COVID. The answer is simple thing. Because more debts, no customers in 2020 because of this COVID. Our college closed, the nearby area closed, more than 3 months, no business in this area, and almost all the restaurants were closed. It moves to a insolvency. And how we can estimate that one? There are different models. We are having the statistical models, univariate analysis, multiple discriminant analysis, then linear model, Logitech model, probit model. Number of models are there. But what is the tool they will use to find out? Simple thing. If the creditors are increasing and our debt paying capacity is decreasing, then it means that we are moving towards the bankruptcy. Simple thing as per our accounting terms. That is, our creditors are increasing, our debt payment capacity is decreasing. Simple thing. It means that we are facing the problem of bankruptcy. In case of artificial intelligence, it is nothing but by inputting the last 10 years data, we are able to find out all those things. For this, they are using the artificial intelligence and expert system model, GAIS model for identifying the bankruptcy. And they are using the genetic algorithm, RS models, that is rough set model. Rough set module means it is nothing but comparing with the previous years. A rough data has been established on the base year where the first creditors is entering into our business. Then our creditors are increasing, our debt payment tends to decrease. Easiest method is neural network to find out that one. Neural network, how we are using, as per our accounting terms, one side it will estimate how far the creditors are increasing. In another method, what is our credit payment ratio? Finally, if there is a huge deviation, it will say that we are moving towards the bankruptcy. That is the traditional method. And these methods are introduced for the bankruptcy prediction. Same thing is now available in case of the SaaS also. But SaaS, we are using debt to total asset ratio, inventory ratio, operating income ratio, then current ratio. Based upon that, we are estimating. Simple thing. Simple thing means if our debt capacity ratio is moving down, then we can easily identify. That is why here they used to give the some of the inputs. Distress dummy. Distress dummy means we will give if the deviation is large. Say for example, our creditors are present around 400 creditors. Creditors is moving towards 1,000 and our debt paying capacity is moving down. So in such case, we will give a dummy variable. If our credit payment capacity is coming down and our creditors are increasing, we can give a dummy variable for this purpose to assign, but dummy variable is very easy. The debt payment capacity ratio, if you give in -1, that is the distress dummy. Some of the ratios it will give input and then it will make the univariate analysis and then it will show about the discriminant analysis. Discriminant means which variable is the discriminant compared to decreasing the profitability or decreasing the debt payment capacity. Which is the discriminant item. Even SPSS, we can use this one to calculate the discriminant analysis. What is the discriminant factor? Simple thing, last 10 years data of credit payment ratio we will give, and our creditors ratio we will give, then current ratio we will give. Then we will simply compare. Out of current ratio or operating ratio or our debt equity ratio, which variable is the discriminant factor that's pulled down the credit paying capacity. That is how this will work out. And here we used to call it as the main discriminant factor. Discriminant factor may be our debt equity ratio or operating profit ratio some cases. If there is no operating profit, then we may go for the bankruptcy. These are all some of the procedures we are using to find out the bankruptcy. So for you, you need not worry about all those things. You must know how we are calculating the or predicting the bankruptcy. That is the question. The answer is simple thing. We have to create a dummy variable for distress dummy. Then we can give different variables. Among the different variables, we can use the discriminant analysis to check which one is the discriminant. If the profit margin or our debt payment capacity is the discriminant variable, then we are moving towards the loss. That means towards the bankruptcy. Otherwise, there won't be any bankruptcy. So these are all the things we are using in the SAS. So these are all the theory parts you must know in case of the first unit. Okay. So in the first unit, you must know the variance testing, tech testing, then the accounting models. Then we have to how we can predict the bankruptcy. These are all the few theory questions you must know for section A and B. Okay. I think this is somewhat boring for you because we are not working any sums. Of course, you must know in the theoretical part. Okay. Now be ready for the attendance. Yes, now you can open your camera. I'm going to take the attendance. I have to see the smiling face of Bill Gates. Don't predict the bankruptcy. Yes, open your camera. Jojin. Where you are, Jojin? I am unable to see. Sai Pranita.
So present, sir.
Okay, you are there. Subhashri, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Jojin is there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Amar. Amar, where are you? Yes. I identified. Andrita. Yes, okay. Jacob Subhash, he won't come. Other is there. This man. Yes, you are sleeping. Why this man? Huh? It is almost 10 o'clock, this man. Justice, where are you? Oh, he's not there. Hussein, you are fighting. Hussein, oh, no idea. He's not there. Nivin,
Yes, sir.
good. But I am unable to see your face.
Sir.
Ranit is also missing, huh?
Yes, sir.
Ranita, you are there. Ranita, okay. I will note down. Sam, you are there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sneha. Okay. Madhumita. Jnaneshwari.
Present, sir.
Chetan.
Present, sir.
Junat Basha. Vaishnavi. What happens? Spandana.
Present, sir.
Irana only. Nitya.
Present,
Jyotika.
sir.
Jyotika. Yasin,
Yes, sir.
Shruti, Shukrut,
Present, sir.
Karthik.
Present, sir.
Oh, okay, ba. Karthik, you is absent. Lakshmi.
Sir, Karthik, you present, sir.
Okay, okay.
Karthik, you.
Lakshmi. Oh no. Karthik H.
Absent, sir.
Yes, sir.
Absent. You are saying absent. Huh? Robin.
Present, sir.
Okay, okay. Robin. Absent. Bhujra.
Present, sir. Sir, Robin present, sir.
Balaji.
Present, sir.
Sweta.
Sir.
Kirtana M. Durga Prasad.
Sir.
Okay. Leena. Abhijit. Abhijit.
Present, sir.
Okay. Irfan there. Midun.
Present,
Semi.
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Midun
sir.
Semi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We will meet next class. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
sir.
Bye, sir. Good morning, sir.
You too, sir.